I'm Dean Bartle, I'm the General Manager here at Redline Specialist Cars, and we are nestled in the heart of Knaresborough, which is in Harriott, North Yorkshire. I think for me, growing up as a kid, I always had this thing, I used to say to the teachers, I want to be a lollipop man. They asked me why. I said, because I didn't have to start work till I was 65. It was just an ongoing joke, but I think in reality I really wanted to follow my father's footsteps, so I actually wanted to be a police officer. One memory I think that sticks in my head was when he came round to, I think I was on my 13th birthday, and he came in a Granada Cosworth unmarked car, and he had permission to take me out in it, and we drove around the streets quite quickly with the blues and twos on, and it was one of the most exciting times I remember as a kid. My parents, they couldn't really afford to buy nice cars really, but I mean, my dad changed his cars quite a lot, so I used to take a lot of pride in knowing what they were, and maybe not so much pride actually, because I used to run away from them at school when he used to pick me up because they were a little bit embarrassing. But yeah, I've always sort of been fascinated with them, and ever since a young age. So average day, waking up at 5:30 in the morning. I'll wake up, get myself ready, get out for about 6:15. From there I get to work around 8 o'clock. In the morning we all get set up with the sales team and everybody here, and then obviously my day will be answering a lot of messages. I get offered up to maybe 20-25 cars a day, which is quite an awful lot of cars to be offered. We normally leave here just after sort of 7 o'clock at night time, and then I'll probably be home about 7:45, 8 o'clock. I get about 45 minutes, I'm shattered, and then it starts again. Another McLaren offer this morning. I don't think my lifestyle has changed too much, to be honest with you. I'd like to think I am who I was even when I first started. I haven't really changed in myself. I'm just me. I mean, obviously I'm married, I have 2 children who have grown up now. You know, I didn't really get to spend too much time with the kids as I probably liked growing up, so I kind of regret that a little bit, I suppose. But I do try to spend as much time with them as I possibly can now. It's a big impact, and as most people in this industry will probably tell you, you know, the hours are quite gruesome really sometimes. It depends. I'm quite fortunate I've got a supporting wife. I know it's taken its toll on some people in the motor trade because of the amount of hours that they do, but I suppose for me I've been very, very lucky in that respect. Social media is a very powerful thing at the moment, I think, for me personally. It started really obviously when I deal with some of the guys from YouTube and whatnot who've come in, but as a business it's a very powerful tool which effectively doesn't really cost anything to use. But I mean, the power of it, I can put pictures of cars that I buy into stock. I'll put them on their Instagram and put fresh stock, just arrived in stock, and people see this, and it goes out to quite a lot of people already, and obviously I've been able to sell cars from that instantly, because sometimes some of the cars we get with the specs, which is what we try and do, is have the best of the best, the most unique specs. And I think people realise if we put on there a car that's very unique in terms of its specification, people will want that straight away because it will sell very, very quickly indeed. Yeah, a lot of these cars are an egotistical buy. I think people want to be seen in flash cars, but you know what, fair play to some people if that's what they want. We do some funny things with the stories and things on Instagram, but I think you've got to have a bit of fun no matter what you do. You don't want to be taken too seriously, even in this sort of industry, and people spending an awful lot of money. I think they realise you are human. So for me personally, when people talk to me, it doesn't start off saying, "Hello Dean, I'm interested in a car." It's more like, "Hi mate, just seen this car you've advertised," and it's great because they feel like they know you. You've got that personality, that trust element with customers, and for me that gives me an enormous amount of pride. One thing that I think always sticks with me personally is, you know, nobody in life is perfect. However, I think if you strive to be perfect, the one thing that will always guarantee is that you'll be successful.